Alright, ladies and gentlemen, here on the channel, it's going to be cover all the news here, MLB, NBA, NFL, Nascar, wrestling, so we're just going to get right into it. Start with MLB. So, apparently the St. Louis Cardinals are shopping starting pitcher Eric Fetty, and, end quote, will continue to do so regardless of whether they buy or sell. I don't think anybody's going out here to get Eric Fetty. Now, let me explain why. Well, shouldn't be hard. He has a 4.8 ERA with a 1.47 whip, 58 strikeouts in about nearly 100 innings. He sucks, dude. Like, nobody is going out here to trade for Eric Fetty. Maybe a bottom feeder will want him, but Dick is back. Rich Hill, Dick Mountain, he's back. He's expected to return to the major leagues with the Kansas City Royals. He can pitch as early as Tuesday, sources say. It's something. The Cubs, they have expressed some interest in D-backs third baseman Eugenio Suarez and have Nationals right-handed pitcher Kyle Finnegan on their radar, per P.J. Mooney and Sadev Sharma. I don't know if you'll want Kyle Finnegan, because he hasn't been great lately. I think it's worth taking a shot on him, but we'll see. Eugenio Suarez, they could use help at third base, so I could see him going out there and trying to make a move for Eugenio Suarez, but I could see anybody making a move for him. So the Athletics, they are listening to trade offers on starting pitchers Luis Severino, J.P. Sears, and Jeffrey Springs. Luis Severino, he has a 5.10 ERA. J.P. Sears a 5.13, but a 1.2 whip and 84 strikeouts. Jeffrey Springs, 4.18 and a 1.22 whip. So their starting pitching hasn't exactly been great. I feel like it's been better. Luis Severino's weird. Like, he's terrible at home, but he's been good on the road. I don't know who you're going to... I mean, I don't know if anybody's going to trade for these guys. Like, maybe. But I don't see it, guys. I don't see it. Yeah, this report was per Ken Rosenthal. But yeah, that's a little bit MLB news. There's a few rumors, but all I'm going to say for that. Let's move on to some football. So this is wild, but it's true. The Giants are the most bet team to win the Super Bowl this season, according to FD Sportsbook. They were really big odds, but Jesus Christ. I mean, I get the value, but these are just donations, man. Like, get help, man. Like, who is betting on the Giants? This is basically a donation here. Donovan McNabb, when asked if it bothers him that he could be unappreciated for his tenure with the Eagles, no, it doesn't. I was never the rah-rah guy. I was never, hey, look at me kind of guy. It's about winning. Saquon Barkley, Jesus, he says if he could redo his contract, he'd take his entire contract in Bitcoin. Well, no shit. Cam Newton left Jalen Hurts off his top 10 list. They were talking about him Get Up. Ryan Clark, he absolutely slammed Cam Newton for it. I mean, it's his list. I mean, I don't know. Like, you could disagree if you want. I feel like he's anywhere from like 8 to 10, maybe. For sure. So some people within the Browns are, end quote, more excited about Dylan Gabriel than they are for Shedeur Sanders, says the former Browns CEO, Joe Banner. Browns people I talked to, and now some media starting to say, as I said earlier, despite some networks' obsession with Sanders so far, some with the Browns are more excited about Gabriel. Yeah, a team that drafts QB in round 3 is more excited than QB they drafted in round 5. More at 11 on the news here. I don't know. I mean, I never really kept up with the Browns, so I don't know if this is actually true or not. They took Gabriel 2 rounds earlier, so I would assume they're more excited about him. But I don't really see anything with Dylan Gabriel, to be honest. I don't know if it's going to work out. Hell, I don't know if it'll work out with Shedeur Sanders. The Colts owner, Carly Ursay Gordon on Anthony Richardson, he still has time to prove it. He still has the time, but I don't think he will, man. So Jerry Jones. On Trevon Diggs not beat the team facility. We expect a player like Trayvon to be here all the time. You got some leadership about you. I mean, yeah, he's actually right for once. But whatever. David Montgomery says 2025 is going to be their year of reckoning. I know they lost. I don't know. I still think they're going to be really good. Maybe they'll take a little bit of a drop, losing their coordinators, obviously, to head coaching jobs, but I still think they're going to be good. Adam Sandler tells Ravens running back Derrick Henry they're doing a movie together. Rams defensive tackle Kobe Turner, he says he has their Week 3 game against the Eagles circled on the calendar. Oh boy, hopefully this doesn't come back to bite them. Zach Tom, the Packers and their star right tackle have agreed to a 4-year, $88 million extension. One of the most underrated tackles in the league. So Quentin Johnston needs to step up for the Chargers in a big way this season. He's looked good, so far this summer, but we'll see if he can actually do anything in the regular season. Regent pass rusher Davion Clowney's been in touch with 4 to 5 teams. Jerry McLaurin is willing to do whatever it takes to secure a long-term deal, which includes a possible trade request. Oh, it's getting bad, man. The Bears were reportedly closer to drafting J.J. McCarthy at number 1 overall than most realize. But yeah, that's all the NFL news there. Let's move on. A little bit of NASCAR. We'll go over the weekend schedule and shit like I usually do. So for the truck racing IRP, 35 entries. Cruz in the 1, Corey Day in the 7, Anderson in the 20, Chastain in the 44, and Finhouse in the 66. Also as announced, crew chief swap at MHR for Hemrick and Jack Wood. There's some of the entries. 39 entries for the Cup race at the Brickyard. Jesse Love in the 62, Blake in the 66, and Catherine Legg in the 78. For Xfinity, Garrett Smithley in the 14, Larson in the 17, Elmer on the 19, and Catherine Legg in the 32. So, those are the entry lists. So, giving the command for the Brickyard. 400 will be Cookie, the Cookie Monster from Sesame Street. NASCAR added these rules today to the rule book, which would lock the 2311 in front row cars in the field as open cars. This is a legal move, so when they get to court, they can say, Your Honor, we are working hard to reach a compromise. We changed our rules, and just stupid. They always change their rules. NASCAR schedule this weekend at IMS and IRP. Friday, 12 on the CW app, Xfinity practice, 1 ARCA practice and qualifying, 105 Cup practice on True TV, 305 FS1 truck practice and qualifying, 5:30 the FS1 for the ARCA race, 8 p.m. on FS1 for the truck race. Saturday, 1 on the CW app, Xfinity qualifying, 2:35 on True TV Cup qualifying, 4:30 the Xfinity race, which obviously is the CW, and 2 TNT, True TV, and Max for the Brickyard 400. So a busy schedule this weekend. For NASCAR, and the trucks are actually back. Ty Gibbs and Ty Dillon in the in-season tournament championship in Indy, and Kyle Larson will be in the 17 for the Xfinity race this weekend for Hendrick. So a little bit NBA news here. Chris Paul going back to the Clippers. They signed him today. Their roster's basically the unction. But yeah, Dame's back in Portland. CP3, the Clippers, man, getting these reunions. But yeah, the point guard back in L.A., so he signed there. Marcus Smart to the Lakers. Got bought out, I believe, a 2-year contract there for Marcus Smart to the Lakers. Boston, Phoenix, New York, and Sacramento have shown some interest in Ben Simmons per the Stein line. So there's a little bit of NBA news there. Not really much, but there's a few things that I just mentioned. So let's talk about some wrestling in the night here. Dominic Mysterio and AJ Styles for IC Championship has been added to SummerSlam. So this is going to be a banger here with Dominic and AJ Styles. Becky Lynch and Lana Valkyrie has been added. No countouts and no DQ. And if Lyra loses, she can never challenge for IC title again. So apparently, Grayson Waller says Theory is injured, and as such, A-Town Down Under is over. 1 year of teases for that, or 2 years, whatever. So Eric Bischoff, he believes that TNA can surpass AEW to become the number 2 promotion within the next year if they can get the right TV deal. TNA's been irrelevant for a while, man. It ain't gonna be number 2, man. Roman Reigns says he prefers a healthy little bitch when getting revenge on Seth Rollins. Man, he's gonna take another vacation. Elena Black, formerly known as Cora Jade, announced she's taking a break from wrestling for the foreseeable future. So WWE Talent now hold the TNA World Championships, World Championship Trick Williams, and Knockouts World Championship JC Jane. So, I guess with the partnership. Santino Marella announces Tessa Blanchard's indefinitely suspended from TNA. So, boy, she's going to show up in NXT, isn't she? Bully Ray challenges the Hardy Boys for one last match at Bound for Glory in October. The Dudley Boys versus the Hardy Boys. The Unction. So yeah, that's all the news I got to cover here, ladies and gentlemen. So, till next time, Malcolm Light. Peace and have a good night.